Hello everyone, 30.6 here, and welcome back to another episode of Admiral Dreadnoughts, the Royal Navy campaign. Sorry about the delay in getting new episodes out. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, and I want to thank you all for your support, as always. Thank you all for giving me the break I needed. I wasn't planning on yesterday being... I meant to post that announcement earlier, around 2 o'clock, that I wasn't going to have an episode out, but I was not feeling well enough to really do it. So hopefully we can start to get back towards regular episodes here this week, best as we can. So last episode, because it's been almost 5 days since I've sat down to do a recording for the game, give or take, we had the start of the Anglo-Soviet War, and of course the last two episodes were the lore episodes talking about Prime Minister Harold George's speech in the House of Commons, and then Langston's speech to the Navy on the episode that came out the 8th. So I think this episode we're going to try to get into it. So we did start at the last episode, start deploying the submarines and the ships around uh, the North Sea, the Atlantic, and whatnot. I'm not super concerned about the ships out in the Pacific if we have to. So they do have Korea as an ally, which is an option. The problem is there's not really much for us to take. We could go after Siberia, but the Americans already have Vladivostok, so it doesn't really seem like it's worth it. I would rather go over and grab things like Korea, Liaodong, Manchuria, northern China, or Inner Mongolia, Mongolia proper. A couple of the fronts I'm concerned about for the army would be I'd like to be able to direct the army towards the Caucasus, get Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia under our control, forming a buffer between us and German southern Russia. And then if we could grab maybe the stands down here, the lower stands. And when I mean stands, I mean like nations, like, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, maybe Kazakhstan. But main focus is going to be on the Baltic states, getting Canada freed from Soviet occupation, I guess you could say, grabbing El Salvador from the Soviets. I don't want them having that. And then, of course, taking out Soviet Argentina. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next turn, and then we're going to go from there. I did end up finding my reference book, the Dreadnoughts book that I was talking about. It was in my closet. Uh, Piss off. So, raid, advanced fire control 5, advanced gun mechanisms. A little busy right now. That is a bold strategy? Oh, perfect. Okay. You move in. That's a bold strategy. I don't know how well that's going to work, but if you can get uh Xinjiang, or whatever the other name is for it. There's another name for this region. Yeah, grab that. See what you can do. Start containing. Start trying to get back China. Italy is basically Austria and Rome now. Slightly concerning. I'd like them to stick around just a little bit longer. Keep the French busy. Uh, let's see. Research. Yeah, just advanced hull materials, new engines. What is this? Advanced marine engines. And a lot of things early now, but I guess we're late game and we've got such a big economy we can afford to research whatever we want. So let's go ahead and continue. I should have enough around Copenhagen to get the naval invasion off. Ah, I think we're gonna take this fight. Just give me a second to write up a battle sheet for this. I will be right back. For you guys, it'll be like 10 seconds. For me, it'll probably be like 5 minutes because I gotta write all this out. Wait, and I'm back. So I did just notice as I was writing this down, we have two King George V's and all four of the hoods, I think, which would be interesting. It's basically heavy cruisers for the Greeks. All these mostly have 10.2s, or 10.4s rather, but there's one down here that's got an 8.7. And these light cruisers have 7 inchers. These destroyers got 5.2s. We should be alright. Excuse me. Alright, let's get into this. See what we can do here. I have started, just in case you guys aren't aware. I did mention a couple episodes ago I might make a video essay, or whatever you want to call a video essay in heavy quotation marks, on how I think Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts can improve in a brief overview. Um, Assuming that either the developers come back, which is highly unlikely, or uh, a very dedicated group of modders uh, decides to just go hog wild. We'll form a united battle line. Do this, do that. All right. I have started it. Still working on kind of the details of it. Trying to get everything written while the physics simulation is working itself out. Let's check over these cruisers. Okay, pretty run-of-the-mill cruiser. 4.1's in a bad position because it blocks this 10.4 back here. What's your armor scheme? Heavily armored, so that could be a concern. All these are the same. Where is the oddball? There it is. Man, this one's been in service for a long time. It's got... Yeah, this is a semi-armored cruiser. I don't even know... No, this is an armored cruiser. I don't know why this thing's still in service. I say that, and then I look at my own fleet. Uh... I kind of like this design here. Like an all-gun light cruiser. Like a gunboat cruiser. It's not bad. I'd move, if I was designing this cruiser, mm, this gun would be moved closer here, obviously. I'd move this gun back and put a bunch of secondaries here and here and right in front of the funnels. I'd leave this 7-inch gun and maybe get rid of the, no. Yeah, maybe get rid of this for, if this was like an actual ship, I'd say aircraft facilities here and then another 7-inch gun, barbetted, no, not barbetted, with a Paul barbette like this, so it can turn freely, and then more AA guns or secondaries down here along this little stretch of the ship. It's not a bad design. I actually quite like it. But, of course, combat awaits us. And, okay. Let's let the battleships sort themselves out, because now they gotta entirely reset the battle line. So I guess in the meantime, we will let the cruisers begin their attack. I have the destroyers make a turn here. And this group, I'm going to have them turn this way. Kind of fork them. Cruisers, I'm going to have you guys turn around real quick. I just kind of want these guys to stalk them. Then if they want to launch torps or start firing, that's fine. Because they won't interfere with each other. And then as for the battleships, I'm going to have you guys go this way. Just start turning towards shooting at the heavy cruisers. Love seeing these guys in service now. Victoria, Fisher shooting. Yeah, these guys are kind of flanking. I want these guys to try to get behind, so I'm not as concerned about where they're going. You guys can kind of start your turn back in. You're done. Light cruisers. Turn around and begin your attack. Duke of York, sweetheart, do me a favor. Target the C-19. Big Victoria. Shoot 2255, and the rest of you can just kind of shoot whoever. Ooh, big torpedo hit on the 2106. We did do what I wanted them to do, which was to get the formation broken up. I'm going to turn their torpedoes off for now. And then you guys start kind of making your way back in. I'm going to have you guys go against the heavy cruisers. Light cruisers have turned around. Start sailing back in that general direction. We'll just follow the battleships for a minute. Sorry about that. Sure why you guys are shooting at a destroyer, but alright. Here, Jellicoe, you want to go blow up that light cruiser? Hood, do the same thing. Target the CL-2106. Now the secondaries are starting to go off. Big hit from the Fisher. CA got hit out there by a torpedo. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do. Okay. Fisher draws first blood in the Battle of Piraeus. I'm going to try to start creeping them in against the heavy cruisers. These 4 destroyers, I'm going to have them start going out this way behind. Let's go babysit the light cruisers for a minute. It's not that I don't trust them, it's that I don't trust them. Alright. Now these guys are engaging. These guys have 2 inches. Oh, okay. Somebody got whacked by Hood. Can't wait to get the Warford class out of service. These guys really need to be out. Perth class over here, I believe. Get that destroyer sunk so you guys can focus on bigger prizes. Start moving out a little bit farther, though. Battleships continuing to fire. Start moving them in closer. We'll start creeping them in. These guys doing exactly what I hoped the refit would do for them. Oh, these are Dido class. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. I thought these guys were refit. My mistake. They're brand new. Fourth gets the first kill for the cruisers. Sorry, my allergies are kind of acting up. It's been weird down here with the weather. Like, it was cold, and then randomly the state decided, you know what, we're going to crank it up to 80 degrees. Because weather in Florida doesn't make any sense. Good night. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so you guys start moving out this way. Fourth, start shooting at 812. Just start lighting her on fire. You two can shoot at whoever you're shooting at. Tobago, you guys are doing your maneuver. I'm going to have you guys pull away and go on save. Just so I can get a little bit of a breather. I'm not sure how many torpedoes you guys have left. The answer is none, so you guys are basically useless. Back over to the battleships. God, I love that view where it shows the turrets the way they're turned. We should probably make sure all guns can fire. I know that the King George's had 4 dual 4 turrets, but I really like the triple quad 15s. It just looks so cool. I'm going to trust these guys to watch themselves. I'm going to come back over here to the light cruisers. Because these guys are anti-air cruisers. They don't have any torpedoes. But what they do spit out is a high volume of high explosive. Problem is we can't really pen their armor, so just setting fires is going to be... We can't pen these guys at all. Look at all those blocks. Partial pens. Where are we getting partials? Her deck, maybe? But no. I think with all the secondaries, we shouldn't have a problem. Like, considering how fast the 1.6s are going off, like, I really don't think this will be an issue. tower damage. That's not ideal. She's just blocking all the shells. Like, surely eventually we're gonna get a fire, right? Doesn't look like it. Hightail it. You guys aren't doing any damage. So you can start damaging our superstructure or whatever. Lets you rely on the battleships a little bit more. Oh, we got the CA-19. Question is, by whom? Jellicoe, Hood, Howe, Fisher. I guess I'm gonna assign it. I'm gonna assign it to Duke of York, because I don't know who killed her. So we'll do that. These guys are penning with HE. I just want to make it clear these guys are over penning with HE. No, that's AP right there. I'm so glad we built these. I feel so much better. We'll assign that one to Duke of York. You need to start turning in because these cruisers aren't doing anything. So, I guess we could just harass it, which might be the call here. Because look at all that damage to the main tower, and the more the main tower gets damaged, the more their main tower gets damaged, the more likely they're going to suffer a lot of issues. Alright, I'm going to pull these guys in. Put them on normal. I'm going to have them all target the CA-812. Let them start shooting. Because look, the HE shells are starting to cause fires now because we're getting those partial pens and starting to open up holes. Fourth, do me a favor, sweetheart. Start shooting at the 431 and smoke up. Crawl back over here away from a lot of the lag. Oh, she's still firing ranging shots. So I guess we gotta pull her in a little bit further. Crawl back over here to the light cruisers. None of you guys have torps, right? No. Alright, so you guys are just HE spammers, so just do that. Just spam high explosive, try to do as much damage as possible. I don't know what Queen Victoria is doing. She must be just trying to Tokyo drift her way as a battleship, but let's watch for these shells come down, because I think most of them are targeting 2622, so let's take a look-see here. Way too far ahead, most of these guys. There's a couple big hits. Alright, Dido. Start shooting the 310. Oh boy. Ah! It crashed. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so we're back. I had to withdraw from that battle. I think the main issue that I'm running into right now is because we're so late in the game. It's so for those of you who are familiar with Hearts of Iron 4 or any Paradox games, you start knowing that late game there's so many calculations going on, it's just starting to slow down the game. I think that was the problem with that battle because we're firing so many guns at one time and I was doing a lot of movement back and forth between the fleets. That's part of the problem. So hopefully next turn we'll get that battle back, I guess you could say. Let's see what the submarine is. More shipyard space. And hopefully, I'm sure we'll pop that battle again. Like, I don't doubt it. I'm gonna finally scrap those dreadnoughts. Obviously, Portugal's not buying them. So, a bunch of these are Woolston class destroyers. Where are the type? Yeah, we're low on crew right now, which is not good. Where are... I guess they've been recalled to service. I think we'll wait. If we get that battle again, I'll try it again. I'm sorry, China came back? Where? Yeah, that's not happening for long. Oh, perfect. We already have a fleet. Please go reinforce British rule. Thank you. Let's see. A lot of convoys from our fleet here in Constantinople, but basically this is bottling up a large part of the Soviet fleet, which I'm happy with. So anything helps. So what? Do we not have enough tonnage? We don't. Okay. So, Royal Sovereign, bring your task force farther south. Same thing with you, King George. Enter the Baltic properly. We are winning in the victory point battle, which is always important. Piss off, Italy. Oh. The only reason I'm withdrawing is I'm terrified that it's going to crash again. I'm going to get farther along in the episode, it's just going to crash again. Not right now, Portugal. We are at war. Do we have the overlap? We have the overlap. Nice. Okay. Submarine. Raid some transports. Convoy. Convoy strike. Nah. These subs, I changed my mind. Move here. How's that invasion going over here? Not very good. So let's go ahead and start with an invasion of southern Brazil. Try to get... Actually, I think we'll just do Nova Scotia because that should overlap. Yeah, that'll overlap. We'll be able to get Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. And then we'll have to send a fleet down here to deal with southern Brazil. Let's go forward another turn, I guess. I think what I'll try to do is next episode, I'll force that battle. Oh, plenty of tonnage. I'm not happy because I was going to start the invasion of Iceland. So now I'm kind of running low on ships. I mean, we still have the Prince of Wales and Revenge up here, but they're kind of up there for the invasion of Narvik. These guys are not in the overlap, so I'm going to move these guys a little bit closer. Get the overlap so we can do both at the same time. Piss off Spain. I think I'm going to do those battles as a separate episode because the last thing I want is to get further. Jesus. Okay, how much tonnage do you need? 48,000. Alright. Queen Elizabeth Warspite, I know you guys are not where you're thinking you were going to be, but please move to Chile and handle that. Sub. It's not going to go well. Oh, I take that back. Submarine. Raining transports. Perfect. Alright, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to end the episode here. And then next episode we should do, hopefully get a battle in. And then we will go from there, because I'll record that separately. So this way, if the game does indeed crash, I can just scrap that recording, start again, and then go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry it's not quite the most exciting one, but hopefully next episode will be a little bit more exciting. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.